Hello and welcome to the Creative Talk, the series where I talk with content creators about life as a freelancer, YouTube, subtitling, and so much more. If you missed the first episode where I talked with Sarah, you can find it in the description below. Today's guest is a talented photographer and YouTuber, and to me, he's a friend. Please welcome Mr. Ryan Lee.
Hey, I'm Ryan. I'm the guest
Yeah, okay,
today
when you
on
do
this-
that, we see Sarah.
Oh well.
My name is Ryan, I'm 28, I currently live in Bali, and I work as a freelance photographer and videographer, mainly editing these days. And yeah, I'm planning to travel the world with her. I've been in Bali for like just over a year now, so trying to chase that dream, trying to follow those passions, and it worked out for me. But yeah, it's been a good few years. I also have a degree in biology. Not that I ever use it, but it's there if I need it. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell, very fast.
Okay, so we've known each other for
Oh,
a
God.
few years.
We were in an Instagram pod when I first started. It very close to when I first began Instagram, which was over 4 years ago now.
Yeah, you were in Australia, yeah.
Yeah, which was a long time. I left Australia in January 2020, so it's almost 3 years ago I left Australia.
So yeah, we met through Instagram, as you said, and we then became friends, and then we had a sort of business relationship. We can call it like this. Do you want to explain what happened?
You subtitle my videos, and I repay you in friendship.
Yeah, if you want to try and explain it better, I'll do it. It sounds like you're such a great person and I don't need money, but no, it's just because I'm a kind person.
My friendship is worth a lot, you know. I think we were sort of helping each other out. You would give me feedback on my work back in the early days as well, especially. You also needed to build up your portfolio for subtitling, which meant I got free subtitles as a friend.
But yeah, actually, you were the one introducing me to Sarah. I talked to you about Niklas, which is a German YouTuber I work for, and you guys met in Bali.
We did.
We can say that collaboration, even in this case, is everything.
And that's something that I've learned out here in Bali as well. Most of my opportunities have come through friends of friends, or just being in the right place at the right time, going to the right events. And I think networking is one of the most important things a freelancer and a creator could do. It definitely opens a lot of doors. I mean, you have to have the quality of work there to back yourself up, but it does lead to finding those freelance jobs in which otherwise could be more difficult to find. A lot of businesses and companies have realized that they can hire remotely now and save money on office rent and things like that. So if you want to get to a point where you're freelancing, then networking is 100% a very important thing to be doing.
So yeah, speaking of the network and all, what happened in Bali? Did you meet lots of people to collaborate with? Did it change you as a person?
I did meet lots of people. I already had a lot of friends through Instagram that I knew were here in Bali, who I went out and shot photography with. I think May 2021, I applied to work for Christian LeBlanc, and unfortunately that job went to Robbie, who is now a good friend of mine. But being in Bali and meeting and networking, and I made a good friend, a guy called Cam. Christian saw me in Bali in Cam's story on Instagram and then reached out to me and asked if I was still looking for work. So that was a way of networking there, just being in the right place in the right time, meeting great people. And yeah, that helped me secure a full-time job editing for the Los LeBlanc company. Has it changed me as a person? No. Not in the core sense of things. I'm the same person as I was a year ago, but it's improved my skills. But yeah, it's a good place for growth, I think.
Yeah. As for the editing skills, I can confirm it got better and better. And I think, though, that it kind of changed you as a person. Maybe not Bali, but the people you met in Bali.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I do find that you changed a bit.
I don't know. I feel like I'm the same person as I was before. I've definitely progressed in, the career. and my skills and stuff like that. But I don't know. I didn't come to Bali and find myself. I was still the same me.
Yeah, you're just less bitchy probably, but
I don't even know about that.
just with me then. You started your channel in 2020, 21?
It was.
Yeah, it was during the pandemic, basically. You were
It
in
was
the
during the
UK.
pandemic, yeah.
Yeah. So you started it in the UK, then you took a break and you started again before going to Bali, and then
So I stopped because back in the UK, I was making photography-based content on YouTube, which I already knew that I wanted to make travel content, and it wasn't very fulfilling doing something that I didn't want to do. So that's why I stopped, took a break. There's no point continuing posting content that you don't enjoy doing.
which kind of audience would you like to have going forward?
So
I'm aiming for a travel backpacker based audience, people that want to see weird things in the world, people that want to see how to travel cheaply on a budget, people who want to see the like off the beaten path places in different countries, but also doing the typical route as well and showing you how you can do that. I want to entertain as well. I want to provide information for travelers, and I also want to entertain. So hopefully that's something that is happening with my channel.
I think you found a good mix of funny bits and photography bits, you know, the drone shots and all, and the storytelling.
Yeah.
I think you're getting there. You have a nice
I'm getting
nice
there.
mix
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So a couple of your videos reached 10K, 15K. One of them is the plane video, and it's been super popular in a few magazines. Besides that, which one is your favorite if you could pick one?
That's
Really hard, and I have a couple of favorites, and neither of them performed that well. One was, I think I called it Dark Tourism in Bali. Well, that was the first video that I really sat down and put a structure and a plan in place and wanted to create reoccurring hooks through the video that tried to keep people coming back. And I think it told a really, really good story. It's really interesting. I went to see some dead bodies in Bali. But yeah, that didn't perform very well at all. And then there's another video that I made about driving in Bali, and that video did a lot better. I think that's closing in on 1,000 views now, so still not around the 10,000 view mark, but that one I think I got into a really good flow when I was editing that, and I think the story came together really well, and I was very proud of that, and I'm happy that it's still gaining views now and it hasn't completely cut off yet.
Yeah, for me, maybe the same one. I'd say the first one of the road trip in Indonesia, and probably even the Niapi one was it was good, but didn't get as many views, I think.
Oh, it did. It got quite a lot of views. It got like almost 4,000 views, and then I accidentally deleted it.
Oh yeah, right.
That one and the plane video that you were talking about were two sort of mini documentary style that I decided to go for. I planned the scripts. I knew what I was going to voice over. I knew what I was going to say out in the field. So yeah, they were meticulously planned, and they both did pretty well. I mean, like you said, the plane video blew up on magazines in South America and now Hungary recently. So that got a lot of views from there. But even before that, it was still sitting at around 2,000 or 3,000 views. So even like organically, it did pretty well, and I was very happy about that.
Yeah. So let's talk about subtitles. So as we said, you didn't choose to have them, so I don't know if you would have paid for this kind of service, but you have them. So what's your opinion about subtitles? Would you recommend it? Did it change anything on your stats?
Having the English subtitles, I think that definitely helps. A lot of people will watch videos with the subtitles on, either just to clarify what's being said, or they might be deaf for one, or maybe they're in an environment where they can't be playing the video or content out loud and they need subtitles to be able to watch it and keep up with it. You've subtitled every single one of my videos in English, and I think on average around 15 to 25% of people of the views, they use the subtitles, they have the English subtitles on. And I don't know, maybe like I said, they're deaf, maybe English isn't their first language. But yeah, I know a lot of my friends who are born and raised in England still watch TV with subtitles on. So I think some people just enjoy to have them there as a reference. And I think they do help retention rate because, like I said, if someone might be in an environment where they are able to play the video out loud, but then for some reason halfway through, maybe something in their situation changes and they have to turn the volume down, and in that case, they can put the subtitles on. I mean, I've done that when Sada's asleep and I'm watching YouTube. I'll turn the video down and I'll put the subtitles on.
Yeah, it's useful to let people sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know about British people using subtitles on a regular basis because we don't do that in Italy because, of course,
Yeah.
we have everything in Italian.
Quite a few of my friends enjoy just they watch Netflix in an evening and they put the subtitles on sometimes. I don't know. I mean, I've definitely put subtitles on sometimes for a very similar reason.
You should say you always use them.
I mean, subtitles are on every single platform that I watch content on.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, to be honest, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but the Netflix one, probably gonna cut this.
I've also found some people probably get their subtitles done pretty cheaply and it never looks the same. As a native English speaker, I'll be watching the video and the subtitles will come up and it'll be completely different to what's being said.
If you try and look at something, you see the subtitles don't match the dialogues, basically. And sometimes they're also not synced. They don't look great. But actually, I don't know why, because Netflix has a very selective way of choosing subtitlers. So I really don't know why. I mean, I'm here. Hire me.
Yeah.
And you think that a company as big as Netflix would either, one, be able to afford someone to subtitle properly with good quality, or two, at least have someone to proofread them, like someone who's native in English to proofread the subtitles.
Yeah, you don't need to know the software or how we subtitle. You just need to know English, basically, and you just need to hear what it's been said and correct the mistakes. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you're still better off paying the extra and getting a good quality subtitlist.
Again, speaking about your channel, you just started posting the Vietnam series.
Over the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be solo backpacking from South to North Vietnam, visiting some of the country's most beautiful heritage sites, experiencing the rich history, trying a whole range of Vietnamese food, and riding one of the most beautiful roads I've ever experienced. It's going to be a journey of a lifetime, but with highs also comes lows.
Yeah, this was my first time solo backpacking in Southeast Asia, but not just that, I wasn't just backpacking. For me, this was a big content trip because Bali content, there's too many small creators in Bali all trying to do the same thing, and it's very saturated and it's very difficult to go to be able to grow an audience with Bali content. So my plan was to get out of Bali and go somewhere to create as much content, just bulk create content. And I have content from a different country to post all the way up to when I leave for Thailand in January. So that was a plan, that's what I did. So I did 3 weeks in Vietnam, and before I left, I meticulously planned where I was going, how long I was going to be there, which videos I was going to film. And then towards the end of the trip as well, I also just got very tired. I was moving very fast, but I still got 16 videos filmed. That's in my books, I'm trying to post twice a week now. So that's 8 weeks of content. Yeah, so I managed to do all that. But it meant that even though I was solo backpacking, I wasn't really backpacking. Like I wasn't meeting people. I wasn't staying in hostels because of my expensive equipment. And I was moving very fast as well, especially at the beginning. I was going somewhere new every single day. I wouldn't recommend anyone else doing it that way. I would definitely do Vietnam slower.
Okay, I mean, you didn't really enjoy it because of what you said, but is it a nice country?
Actually, as much content as I was filming, I loved the country. I loved the trip. I still had a really good time. I just wish I had more time. The people were really, really nice, and the landscapes are great, especially up north in Vietnam. It was absolutely beautiful. The Ha Giang region, the Ha Giang Loop on the bike was one of the highlights, the highlight on the trip. It was insane, one of the best things I've ever seen, and I definitely recommend people to go and do that if you can.
So some people might not get it, but it's really hard to grow a channel, create new content, and try and find something that gets you more subscribers. But yeah, you put a lot of hard work and effort through it and it's going well and you finally started to get monetized.
I did get monetized recently. It's great.
Yeah. So do you want to say something to let people understand that it's not as easy as they might think, that you don't get monetized right away? Because I think lots of people don't get it. They think that as soon as you start posting, you get money.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work like that. It is a lot of hard work and blood, sweat, and tears, but you will realize it as along the path how to get people to click onto your video, how to get people to stay around in your video. I mean, I'm still learning that a lot now, but you do learn what people want to see. You can like cater your content to what you think is going to do well. By the time you reach there, you have a really, really good outlook and really good knowledge on what you should be doing. If people think that it's too far away and they're putting too much hard work in for no reward, then they were never meant to do it in the first place. But yeah, so it's not going to be instant. It's a long game. Once you've reached that point where you're starting to earn money, the rewards are very great, and not only monetarily, but also building a community and having people care about you and go on your adventures and grow with you is also incredibly invaluable, for sure.
So do you have a couple of quick tips for whoever is starting and maybe on your same niche?
I would probably say start with your thumbnail and title, because if people don't click on your video, then no one's going to watch it in the first place. So actually the big three for me would be thumbnail, title, and the first 30 seconds intro. So you want the thumbnail to stand out and to be showing exactly what the video is going to be about, but without too much text. And then you want the title to match, and the title wants to be SEO driven, but also needs to add some curiosity. So people still need to want to click on your video. And then the intro needs to be a very, very good hook so that people have something to stick around for. Oh, and a little tip as well is that I think around 80% of people watch or scroll through YouTube and browse YouTube in dark mode. So actually having brighter colors is usually better for click-through rate.
You're very stubborn and you put a lot of work into YouTube. And I know lots of people maybe are, they easily get demotivated if they don't see the success right away.
Just keep going. Like, you have to start. Once you started, don't stop. Consistency is key. And if you're consistent but you're also putting in the time to learn how the algorithm works and how to interpret the statistics from your video to know what you can do better, you will be successful.
A few moments later.
I don't know, do you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
I think everyone should hire Claudia for the subtitle, because she does a really good job and she does it in multiple languages. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So just one last question. We kind of know your plans because Sarah told us. So if you haven't watched the previous video, go back and watch it. But what's your next plan? Where are you going to? Where do you see yourself in, 5 years?
Oh God, 5 years, I don't know. So we're going to Thailand in January, and then we're back to Bali for a month in April. Then we're going to Malaysia for a month, back to the UK. Then I'm going to go to Eastern Europe, and then in September next year, probably to Colombia. That's the content that you can expect to be coming up on the channel over the next sort of 9-10 months. I never have very big aspirations. I really should, but in 5 years' time, as long as I'm
alive,
as long as I'm alive, as long as I'm doing what I want, as long as I'm traveling, as long as I'm creating content and following my passion, and I have enough money to do that. And I think as well, actually, I'd love to be able to build a solid community of people on YouTube as well. I have many life goals. I want to try van life. I want to live in Japan for a period of time. So as long as I can get to a point where I'm, earning enough money to do that, then I'm a happy bunny.
Actually, I wasn't expecting much of an answer. Just that. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe to Ryan's channel. I will be, please. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace out.